Well, hello, my friends. How we doing, my oh, pardon me, my newly type farmers? How the gosh darn diddly heck you doing? I hope this finds you well. I hope this finds you with love and balance in your life. I truly do. Now, what are we up to here today on the old farm? Well, you heard me speaking about that uh, pig compound. I can put the corn and potatoes and all that in there. I think it's canola, wheat, corn, and potatoes, I believe, that I got to put in there and whatnot. So I think we're going to give that a try. And I've allocated some fields. I got a field and I'm going to divide it up into three separate fields. And I'll grow, some of the stuff in there. And I do have, plans for, expanding and whatnot. But yeah, what do you say we just kind of get into this here and enough with the babbling about this, that, and the other. So as always, done with the tools, so a little preventative maintenance and give it a little wash and whatnot before we put everything away, because that's what good people do. It's a tool. Take it out, use it, maintain it, clean it, put it away where it belongs. Now, I do need to address over here, if you will be so kind as to bear with I just want to get these stumps taken care of out of this place. So I'm just going to speed this up just a hair here so that we're not just doing the plunkety plonky plonk type thing. But yeah, I got to get these out of here. And this big field here is the one I'm going to divide into three separate sections. And that will give me a place to grow like my corn and whatnot. Now, taters I can do in an open air garden per se. Bear with, just gonna wash, rinse, repeat, literally. Clean this little girl up a bit. Yeah, the open air gardens, there's some really big ones. Not like the ones I've got over by the bees, but there's some that are like, 3 times larger than that, easily larger than that. So in that I can do, some of my sunflowers for my oil mill, and I can do the potatoes for the pig feed and like that. Now I've got a small field for my wheat already, and I've got canola growing. So at the moment, the only thing I really got to establish is a cornfield. And then what I will do is once the wheat's harvested over t'other side and like that, and the time of the year is correct, I will grow the corn, the wheat, and canola all over here, close to, close to the compound for the pig feed, right? And, I got my silos there, so I can keep everything over on this side, if you will. And that should work out. Time will tell on that. Nope, wrong button, Nigel. Oh, there we go. Try this again. And yeah, there we are. Okay, let me just tuck this away. See, we still got trees going for the sawmill. Hasn't used them up yet, so cool beans on that. That pile will keep it going for a little bit. But yeah, like I was saying over here, in this field here, I'm gonna put in these really large open air gardens. You can see how much bigger they are than the others. Now this is going to change the topography as far as the leveling goes, but I am good with that. Now let's maybe put one on either end and then figure out where the center of that is, and we'll put one in the center, keep them divided up nice and even like. I shouldn't have to put in any water containers or whatever, because I do have my distributor over by where the bees are, and that distributor should in fact reach over here and fill the water tanks. So we'll of course give it the old acid test and see if we know where the bear poops in the buckwheat. But in the meantime and in between time, okay, the storage is empty right now. Let's get this set up, and I think in here we'll put in the taters, get them rocking and rolling. Rolling. And in the middle one, I think maybe we'll do the what am I thinking of? Sunflowers. That's what I was going to put in here. And like that. Sorry, I haven't drank the correct amount of coffee yet today, obviously, because my brain is in a fog. And further now, I think we'll just run the taters in this one as well. And that way I can get an idea of, what the yield is going to be. And we'll go from there. And if it's too much, well, then we'll take one of the potatoes out and, put in something else, and that's fine. Oh, pardon me, lungs are kind of heavy today. Speaking of today, May the 26th, and it's a beautiful sunny day here on the island. When I got up at 4:30-ish, I know I was late. Lily woke me up at 4, and I just kind of went, yeah, you know what, no, not this morning, kiddo. And I laid there, and by 4:30, it was like, you're right, yeah, time to get up. Because once I'm awake, that's it, I'm awake, right? So up we got and faced the day. But it was pouring rain, which is really good. We've needed it here. We needed a bit of rain. We had quite a bit of dryness. And the island is just a tinderbox, and it's only the beginning of the dry weather coming. So it was well needed. But that has since stopped, and we are now into a cloudless sky. So cool beans on that. The old awesome sauce. None of that weak sauce over here, man. You gotta have the awesome sauce. There we go. Okay, sunflowers are doing their thing, so that's cool and groovous. We'll set them to distribute, and hopefully that goes straight into my sunflower oil, into the oil factory. So, yeah. Gotta jump down, spin around, and pick a bale of. Now, I just want to nip down and take care of the cattle. For some reason, the robot does not seem to be doing its job, because I've got the mineral feed, I've got the silage, the straw, the hay, all in there. And yet, I check, the month goes by and the next month comes up and I look and it's like zero food, It's like... So I don't think the robot is doing it, because this food that you're seeing there in the trough, I put in myself. The robot didn't do that. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and if it's a glitch and the robot don't work, well, that's fine. I mean, it's not like we can't feed them ourselves. Gives us something to do, because we get so bored on the farm. I mean, there's just, never anything really to keep me occupied. Yeah, it's getting large enough now that there's never a dull moment. There's always something going on the farm now, man. And that's cool. That's the way it should be, right? Now we'll just put that in there. Ooga booga. And like that and like that. All right, well, that's them topped off. Now we'll go get rid of the TMR that we got in here, and then we'll check and see who else, if anybody. And you can see there's the silage, the straw, the hay. Same in this one, But anyway. Alright, let's dump you in here. Like that and like that. There we go. Now, do I have it in here? Yes, I do. We will take some of you for sure. There we go. We'll top these ladies off here. That way they can continue to produce my eggs and all the happiness, and like that and like that. Okay, now poor job done well. Yet another poor job done well. Do-do-do-do-da-ba. Scooby-Doo-wah, bippity-boppity-boo. Now, I just want to check on my bacon seeds. Oh my, they are not seeds anymore. There you go, okie doodles. All right, let's just check in, see what we got for food and stuff. And while we're here, I want to take you over and let you have a listen to what I was talking about. Ain't that nice? I love that. The crickets and the frogs and whatnot. I could just stand there for hours. In the evening time, sun's going down, or first thing in the morning. It's really nice too. Anyway, we're just going to tidy this up a bit here. So I'm just going to speed this up a bit. And we'll get this all figured out. There we go. A little bit in there. And like that. Well, there we go. Missed a little spot. Okay. Well, little spot up there too. There it is. Done, done, and done. All right. Another one off the list of things to do. Oh, that's the canola over there. And I just want to put a border around the fields now that I've got them divided and whatnot. We of course went in and put 3 strips of like grass and dirt and whatnot and divided the fields into 3, and now all I want to do is just put a bit of a hedgerow around it, and like that, and making sure I leave areas that I can take a section of the hedgerow out and create a gateway to go in and whatnot. So that'll work there. That should be wide enough to get any equipment through. Because that's the thing is, it's all right you make room for the tractor, but you need to make room for the equipment you're dragging behind it, because some of it's kind of wide, don't you know? Okay, right about there maybe. And that should be wide enough, and then we'll just kind of make a corner right there. Just like that, young man. Almost like we knew what we were doing. Yeah, right. Scooby-Doo-wah. Yeah, maybe we'll bring that out a little further before we make the corner, eh? There we go. Plunk you there. Nice. Nice. So you can see what we've done. We got a small strip on this side here. I think I'll maybe do the corn or the wheat or whatever. And whatnot. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Like I say, all food for thought for down the road. Okay, take you out of there. And then we'll do a little wash, rinse, repeat all the way around, and we'll just get all the gates opened up, and that way I've got access to the fields. Because, it's all good to have fields, but it's nice to be able to get into them and out of them like that. Because, you got to get into it if you're going to get out of it, right? At least according to Frank Zappa, anyway. There's somebody I haven't heard for a long time, man. I got to break out some of my old Zappa, a little dynamo hum or something like that, Okay, now what do I think maybe I will leave this for the now. I was going to try and set up some gates and whatnot, but I got to figure out what I actually have for gates and like that before I go ahead and do it. We could try putting a light in, but yeah. Okay, anyway, continuing on, let's divide you up, and that'll be fine there, and we'll just paint this grass. That way that's all taken care of. It just squares up the fields a bit so you don't have all these little tags down this end. You got to pull into this tight spot, and up there you got to pull into this tight spot, around the houses. This way, if I eliminate that and just divide the field up, then they're all kind of square-like. Rectangular. You know what I mean. Okay, yeah, that was not my best effort. Oh my gosh, will you look at the potatoes already? Hokey doodles, gosh, by golly darn heck, gee whiz, and other such profanities. All right, well, clearly, I think we can take one of those open-air gardens and put something other potatoes in there, because that is a whack of spuds, man. And these are way too heavy for me to be moving. You see me take the little 200-pound pallets and I'll kind of shuffle them over to a spot and whatnot. That's one thing. But these things are like Oh my gosh, I don't know what they weigh, probably 1,000 pounds or some damn thing, but way too much weight for this old dog to be messing around with, and that is for sure. But yeah, that's kind of sort of what I've been doing. Like I say, today's just a quick one today, just a coffee and a catch up. Keep you guys posted as to, what we're playing with and all that kind of good stuff. I don't want to get too far ahead in doing stuff off camera, because then when I do go and make my next video or whatever, you're like, well, when did that happen? And when did you put that in? Well, we didn't see that. So, don't want that to happen. Like to kind of keep you guys here and bring you along with and all that good kind of happy stuff, Deep-a-doo now. We're just backing into here. Come on, you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to replow these fields, and then I'm going to take my stone picker, because for a change I want stones in the field, so I've got something to feed my cement factory, don't you know. But I think we're going to kind of call this one here, guys. Like I say, just a quick catch up. Hey, how are you? So in the meantime and in between time, my friends, love and light, brightest blessings, yeah? Now, do us a favor, yeah? Go tell somebody you love them. Hey, 3 words, and it's free.